This channel has been hit by the YouTube invalid traffic bug. But you are valid no matter what anybody says, especially YouTube or any media company. You are absolutely valid, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And this might not be a video for regular viewers of this channel because it is off topic. In fact, many of you might actually be fellow creators that are checking out this video to see if I found a resolution to the problem. Spoiler alert, I don't really have a resolution at this point, but there are a few things that I'm doing that I think will help, and I'll see if they help return this channel to normal levels after this bug. I'll do a follow-up video to let you know. In this video, I'll explain what's happening, and I'll also explain some of the things that I've done to try to solve the problem. But I think more importantly, I'll speak a little bit in this video about how these types of bugs are prevalent in social media and tech companies, and how it's actually quite concerning the absolute lack of support that creators or users get from these companies. YouTube themselves have been absolutely no help with this issue. They've chosen to trust a flawed software system over actual people experiencing actual problems with their platforms. So what exactly am I talking about when I talk about the invalid traffic bug? Recently on this channel, I've been hit with a bug in the YouTube algorithm that's well known in the YouTube creator community, but not necessarily acknowledged by YouTube themselves. It's called the invalid traffic bug. This is a problem affecting many channels, not just mine, especially those in the 20,000 to 80,000 subscriber range, although it affects channels of all sizes. These are channels that have put work into their channel. They've built a subscriber base. They're getting some traffic, but they're not large enough to get any type of dedicated support from YouTube themselves. What's happened is that YouTube sent me a notification that some of the traffic on my channel is invalid. It suggested that the traffic was coming from sources that YouTube doesn't think are legitimate people. As a result of this, the amount of ad revenue I get from YouTube has dropped by over 90% in the past 10 days, with no real end in sight. Now, don't worry about me, you legitimate regular viewers. I wasn't making much money from AdSense to begin with. It's certainly not my main source of income. I would not be able to live on the AdSense revenue that I was getting. But at the same time, it is kind of nice to receive a bit of recognition for the work that I do. So it is a bit disappointing that YouTube has incorrectly identified the vast majority of my views as being invalid traffic, something which I know is untrue. This means that YouTube and Google are basically running ads on my videos and not paying me, but still charging the advertisers for those views. But again, I'm okay, don't worry about me. If you really want to help the channel, you can always use the super thanks below or any of the affiliate links I have in the descriptions of my videos to get products that you need, and a little bit of a kickback comes back for the channel. If the issue does continue, then I will have to try to find other ways to generate revenue from the efforts I put into YouTube, or potentially pivot to other ways of justifying the time that I spend in creating this content. But that's not the point of this video. Let's get back on track. What are invalid views? There are in fact many reasons why views on any channel or website might not legitimately be valid. For example, I'm always getting emails from different companies that want to boost my channel. They want to give me more views, give me more subscribers, all for a fee. These pay-to-play schemes are everywhere, and I just got an offer this morning to help build my channel by some social media experts. It's fraudulent, it doesn't work, and ultimately it's unethical. I created this channel to help people, and I want this channel to reach people that can benefit from the help. I'm not looking for fame, I'm not looking to blow up in social media, I'm not looking for fake engagement in views and watch time. So for about the past year, I've averaged about 2,500 to 3,000 views every day on my channel. That's a lot of people. In the scheme of YouTube, it's very small. But it did take a lot of work to get here. And my goal, of course, is to grow that. I've been consistently doing YouTube for a while. I want to build this into something where I reach more people. What has changed is that YouTube sees about 2,000 of those views as being invalid. At least that's how many I think they think are invalid, because my revenue has dropped by about 90% less than it was. YouTube does not provide any insight or any data on how many of my views are seen as invalid or where those invalid views might be coming from. Now, you would think I could just call YouTube, have a chat with them, they'd help me out, say, hey, this makes no sense, Frank. We can see this is not invalid traffic. Let us fix that for you. And this is not exactly what happens. I've contacted YouTube 3 or 4 times through their chat feature. Because I'm a small creator, I don't have dedicated account managers at YouTube that I can call for assistance. Now with the chat, I met both helpful and not so helpful agents on the other end. But all of them did have one thing in common. They just Googled the same answers that I can find myself. They can't solve or even escalate any problem that they might encounter. They can explain things, and even they don't really explain things, they just Google it and send you a link. They provide me with a definition of what invalid traffic is. I already know that. They tell me I shouldn't have invalid traffic. I know that. They tell me I shouldn't buy views. I don't. At best, they're sympathetic, and at worst, they're actually accusatory, saying that I've done something wrong. They're basically an AI that searches a knowledge base and then regurgitates and repeats what it says. Some of them very nice people, some of them a little bit confrontational. So being on my own, and having to solve this problem, what could I do without YouTube's help? I started thinking about what might be generating bad traffic. Maybe there's a problem on my end. Well, as a channel that deals a lot in tutorials, a big part of my channel is that I allow my videos to be embedded into other people's resources. For example, if a teacher wants to embed one of my YouTube videos in their course curriculum or on their team site so that students can learn how to do something, I like that. That's exactly why I started this channel, to help people. It's a great way to share knowledge. It's a great way for people to learn using my videos. However, I'm not sure that embedded videos generates revenue for YouTube, and therefore helping people in this way is seen as invalid traffic, at least to YouTube. My whole purpose in starting the channel was to help people, so it's certainly not invalid traffic to me. To see if this is the case, I've temporarily disabled embedding on all of my videos, and I'll see whether or not this changes the status of invalid traffic. If it does, then at least I'll have an answer as to why this is happening. But I'm going to turn embedding back on later because I want my videos to be shared to help people, and I would rather not generate revenue for myself but get my videos out there to help people. I'm not sure if this was the reason why this was happening. I still have to find out. So I decided to go a little bit deeper. I tend to think in systems. And so I was also wondering if the problem wasn't necessarily YouTube, but my AdSense account. You see, the way things work in YouTube is that when you have your YouTube account, you have that to create videos and such. But if you want to monetize your channel, you also will have to have a separate account with Google that's called an AdSense account. It's through the AdSense account that you actually receive payments. It's the account that monetizes your YouTube channel, as well as other places if you want to place ads, so you can use AdSense to put ads on websites and such. I don't do that. So after receiving no meaningful help from YouTube support, I decided to look at my AdSense account at the back end and to see if there was any way for me to see where the traffic might be being pushed to my YouTube channel, where it was coming from in more detail. So in my AdSense account, there is a special area just for YouTube. And this made me quite excited, as I thought it might be a way to see what's happening, to get some insight. Well, not so much. It basically turns out that you can go into your AdSense account, you can go into the YouTube portion of the AdSense account, and you can block certain types of traffic from being seen on YouTube with that account. I can limit sensitive advertisement types, I can limit entire categories, and I can even limit specific URLs. That's great. I'm glad I found that out, but I still can't see any existing traffic to see what was being flagged as invalid. I just basically turned off a bunch of the advertising types that I don't like under brand safety. I turned a bunch off, and I thought that would be pretty good. We'll see what happens. Now, under brand safety, you also have the ability to see what traffic is being generated, but it's turned off by default. And so I turned it on, I've let it run for about 24 hours, and I don't see anything in there. So I'm not even seeing the traffic, so I don't know if that applies to YouTube. So again, basically the knowledge base articles and all that stuff that YouTube pushed me towards just defined what invalid traffic is, but there's no insight into it. But I tried those things. This is a bigger problem than just my YouTube channel, certainly than YouTube in general. On a more global scale, what this also demonstrates is that a lot of technical and social media companies, especially those in the social media space, have a big issue. And that issue is that there isn't a lot of support for the users and creators on these platforms. Whether you're a creator or consumer, we accept poor support and lack of accountability as a matter of course. Most everything on these sites is an AI, it's automated, it's an algorithm. The companies are more concerned about their algorithm being correct than they are about identifying weaknesses when it's not correct. Their main concern is to advertisers, and any admission of issues that are detrimental to the perception that they're not in control of their demographics is absolutely their main concern. For example, if you have an Instagram account that's been hacked, it's a well-known fact that there is no way to recover it, and there is nobody that's going to help you recover it from Instagram or Meta, right? There's no human on the other end. It's even become a great place for scammers to pretend that they can help you with this, preying on your frustrations. But it's gone. Another example are platforms such as X, formerly known as Twitter. How many of those accounts on the platform are or were fake? Right? They're selling, they've got these fake accounts that are being used to pump up views, to fool advertisers basically into paying for views that aren't valid. Even YouTube, has supports dedicated to creators, but usually that's just somebody at the other end in a chat Googling stuff that I could Google myself. Obviously a big channel, the Mr. Beasts of the world, they have dedicated people to help. I mean, given the size of my channel, it's pretty hard to believe that 90% of my views are from invalid accounts, bots, and non-human sources. One of the effects of seeing your revenue drop by 90%, even if it's not a lot of revenue in the perspective of living costs, is that it kind of makes it hard to stay motivated to create a lot of videos. They do take time. And don't worry, I am motivated, I'm still excited, I'm still going to make videos. I want to stress that I really don't do this for the money, but I would like to make some money for the amount of time that I put into these videos. Ideally, I would like to make enough money so that I can create even more videos and better videos, hopefully help people. And I've been very fortunate in that I've had some great sponsors of different products that I believe in that have supported the channel and made it financially worthwhile for the time that I put into it. So if you ever see a sponsored video on this channel, be aware that these people are actually helping the channel. And if appropriate to your needs, I do hope you check out their products using any of the links that I provide in the descriptions of the videos. I'm likely going to rely on them even more in the future if I'm not generating any money from AdSense. So thank you very much, sponsors. I appreciate you. And my promise to you, my viewers, my valid viewers, is that I'll only work with sponsors and companies that have a product that I think actually works well and solves needs. I'm not going to do crypto. I'm not going to do get rich quick. And believe me, I have been asked to do those types of things. One positive of all this is that I've been able to dial in my AdSense account to get rid of advertising topic areas that I would rather not support. So for those of you that have made it this far, all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. And it would be very helpful, especially on this video, if you hit the like button and put in a small comment down below, just to show YouTube that I am making videos for legitimate people, that there are legitimate viewers, and that hopefully you're benefiting from the work that I'm doing here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which I promise will be more aligned with the topic of this channel, how we can use technology to help people learn and teach more effectively. This won't deter me from that mission, even if it did make me a little sad for a few days. It's not about the AdSense revenue. It's about a tech company not taking ownership for what is an obvious bug and not providing support to someone who is an obvious human. We're valid, I'm valid, you're valid. Let's continue helping each other on these YouTube platforms to learn and share knowledge and how we can use technology to teach and learn better. Thank you so much for watching.